So on this fateful night, March 2001, I woke up and I remember, first of all, my mom was very sickly. From what I remember, for a certain period of time, she will be in and out of hospital, but I never really knew what was wrong with her. All I remember was that day we came from school. I have a brother who is an year younger than me, and she was so sick. She was lying on the couch. She could not even cook for us dinner that day. During lunch that day, because we would go home for lunch, we also came to find that my dad had just brought her from hospital, and he bought us fries. We were happy, as kids, 9, 10, you're like, okay, fries. You really think, okay, she's sick, but she'll be okay. The good thing is that we get to eat fries, right? So that is how it was for me. And I remember going back to school. Yes, I was feeling something was really off, but I cannot really explain it. I could not even explain it that time. So we come back home later in the evening, and we still find her lying on the couch, and she looked weak. And it hit me like, she's not okay. She's not okay. And she sent us to go buy, I don't know whether you people, everyone, because I know some people from different walks of life, or not just in Africa or Kenya, actually watching this, but it was a dish called mokimo. Mokimo is a mixture of maize, beans, some green veggies that you mash together to become this mashed food that is still my favorite up to date. So she sent us to go buy it for dinner, me and my brother. And when we were going, we were not even speaking to each other. I think both of us were lost in thought, just thinking of what really is going on. It was now hitting us like she's very sick. We have seen her sick, but we have never seen her this sick. But anyway, we came back, and I remember we were eating. She was just lying there. We tried to eat the food. You know the way it is when you're trying to eat the food, but someone is sick, and she's not just anyone. She's your mom. She's your world. It was the hardest, by far, the hardest meal I've ever had to eat. But she was, I think most of us as Africans know how important food is. Our parents keep reminding us, you need to finish your food. So we ate quietly. She was there, and she would talk to us. She was lying on the couch as well, waiting for my dad to get home from work. And my dad gets home, and it's a time to go to sleep. And we went to sleep, but I remember I did not sleep. I could not sleep. Like, you can always feel something is wrong. It's not the way it is supposed to be. And let me tell you that even writing this book, for me, the second chapter of the book was the hardest. I would cry. I would just lay back and pick it up again and write, and the memories, they were all so fresh. So even though it's 23 years, still remembering it, it still feels like I'm reliving the memory. So it's still very painful. So anyway, I couldn't sleep that night, and we had this bed. It was a double-decker, and from there I stayed up like all night, just laying there in my bed. And it was a single room, so you could hear. From my book, you can be able to tell the kind of upbringing I came from. It was not really a very luxurious life, but we had everything that we needed. Never sent home for school fees, but not really a fancy lifestyle. So I could be able to hear everything that was happening. And I remember it was at, I think, some minutes past midnight or some time.